P.O.L.
Yo, what up y'all? IntraVenus here, back with another episode. Today we're taking a look at a cheap multi-cart that sells for $10 on AliExpress for the Nintendo DS. All the DS models. It has 7,800 games on it. And it comes with this little reader doodad, so you can go ahead and add more to your cart if you don't already. This is basically like one of those R4 cards that they make for the DS, but a cheap one that has a very cheap 64 gig micro SD card. And it's got this cool Zelda inspired artwork there that was probably generated by AI. And you know, I thought I would go ahead and check this out. All these people are playing, including myself, these Chinese handhelds lately, emulation handhelds, to play all the retro game consoles. Well, a lot of you might not realize that your DS can do a lot of that too. 7,800 games on here. There's a lot more than just DS. So I have a DS, a DS Lite, and a 3DS to check these out on. And we'll go ahead and make sure it works on each of them, but then we'll use the 3DS to actually dive in deeper. So let's go ahead and see what this looks like. First, we'll start out with my regular DS model. And if you haven't watched the show or caught this episode before, this is actually a reshelled DS, the original DS, making it a DS ML. It's kind of like an oversized DS Lite that has the original guts and screens of the first DS. So let's go ahead and pop this bad boy in here and see if it works on this. Let's get that volume up. Alright, here we have these screens. Obviously on the first model, they're very dim compared to the newer ones. But what we have here is the card, Deep Labyrinth. This is how it pops up. A lot of these cards end up popping up that way. It's time to go beyond DS. Yes, it seems to work. The DS ML is actually really cool, except for that screen. Let's move on to the DS Lite. Here we have my Naruto model DS Lite. It's a bright orange goodness. Also got this on AliExpress for $50. Oh yes, the screen is so much better already. Ah, it works. And works much better. Looks much better, at least. It's a Pikachu Dash right there, eh? Looks good. I actually really like this DS model. The DS Lite is one of my favorites, probably. And now, finally, we'll be using my favorite of the favorites of the DSs. I mean, this is really the best, probably. The new Galaxy 3DS. Yes, this is nice. Alright, so we know now that it works on the DS, the DS Lite, the 3DS. I'm sure it works on all the other ones. Let's dig into this card. Alright, so you see we have Nintendo DS. We've got Twilight menu. The GBA. We got two different types of GBAs there. We got ARM7 mode and ARM9 mode. Game Boy, Super Famicom, NES, PC Engine, WonderSwan, Mega Drive, Game Gear, NeoGeo, NeoGeo Pocket, Atari 2600, though it says 7800 in the picture. Moonshell 2, the DSX Reader, obviously your slot 2. I don't know what that'd be for if you don't have a slot 2. In fact, it says Salt 2 on the picture. I'm not really sure what that's about. And then there is a shutdown option, and then these little question marks. Alright, the DS portion of this has 216 games. So you get 216 Nintendo DS games along with the other vast majority of ROMs here. So we'll start from bottom to top and not really look at all of them. We're going to go through really quickly because these are not in an alphabetical order for some reason. Got both of the Legend of Zeldas, and in fact, check this out. Spirit Tracks is the D-pad hack. That means that you don't need to use the stylus. It's probably the best way to play the game. I just wish they're in alphabetical order instead of with this number next to them. But there are a lot of games here. Look at them all. 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 It does have all the Pokemon games that you'd want to play. It might even have some Pokemon ROM hacks on here. Of course, you got Mario 64, DS, all that good stuff. But aside from DS, you also have more. Look at this. There's a Pokemon hack section. And here we have Black Crazy Randomizer, Magic Baby, Origin Platinum, Moon Black 2. These are all the DS Pokemon ROM hacks. Not all of them, but there's a lot there. That's pretty freaking cool. It's got a special folder just for Pokemon there, so you don't have to go digging through all the other stuff. It's got Pokemon in every language, all the Pokemon games. That way you don't dig through that non-alphabetized folder. They have Mario 64 hacks. This is cool. What? This is crazy. Oh man, I got probably years of fun on this cart. Now there's one annoying thing that I've noticed about this card, and correct me if I'm wrong, there's probably, I would think they should add a shortcut so you can reset, go back to the main menu in the card, but I couldn't figure it out, so every time I leave a game I have to go hit the home menu, exit out, and then go back into the cart. That's a little annoying, but it's just a small gripe, it's not too bad. Now when you click on one of these sections, say I just clicked on the Game Boy Advance as GBA Runner 2 at the top, but it still puts you in this main menu with all the folders. And so if you were to go into, like, say, look, they got SG-1000, you're not going to be able to play any of that because you're in the GBA Runner. So we got GBA hacks, GBA ROMs top. And this is kind of confusing. See, we got GBA games. They all just have numbers. I don't know what that's about. Let's see if I can even select one of those. Whoa. What the heck is this? Cinderella. Okay. Ooh, that audio doesn't sound very good. That's kind of a problem because I don't want to go through the GBA games and select random numbers and just guess, and who knows what I'll get. That's unfortunate. See, when I boot it into the Super Famicom, it brings this up, which is interesting. This is just a ROM list, pretty much. Here we go. Here's our NeoGeo emulator ROM list. Let's go play some Fatal Fury. This is interesting. You got your menu options down here at the bottom. Your game playing at the top. That's pretty cool. Kind of cool to play arcade games on here. Some Genesis / Mega Drive. Ooh, I like this menu. This one looks pretty cool. Though it also puts you in that kind of top menu where you can access all of the games. It's an interesting list here. It's really confusing. There's one thing that's listed as music, though it's misspelled here. There are Mega hacks, Genesis hacks, Master System, NeoGeo, Intellivision ROMs, ColecoVision. I didn't even see that listed as one of the emulators. And also the SG-1000. We got all kinds of NES hacks, Mario hacks, GBA hacks, Pokemon hacks, Castlevania hacks. Moto Bug, Sonic the Hedgehog. Here's the hack. I really like this is loaded with hacks. Oh wow! Oh, you play as the Moto Bug. I didn't even know that's what he was called. It's kind of slow. Whoa, this is wild. Huh. Strange, very strange. I think this is where it's at though, really. The main reason to get this cart is for not just all the DS ROMs that come on it, the hundreds, but also all the ROM hacks, the Mario 64 ROM hacks and the Pokemon ROM hacks. This thing is loaded. Really sweet. Man, for $10, I can't complain at all. This is actually pretty freaking exciting. It gives me a whole new reason to play my DS again, or my 3DS, or, you know, maybe I'll change it up, because sometimes I'll be playing on this instead. Kind of cool. Kind of really, really cool. What do y'all think about this? I could go on and on, but we know what it looks like to play Mario and Sonic the Hedgehog and stuff like that. And I could tell you it plays all of them. So the PC Engine, all that stuff, it's pretty cool. I'm pleasantly surprised by this. I think it's worth the $10, even though it's questionable how legal and legit this is. But, you know, who cares? Who cares? Nintendo's robbing us. Everyone's robbing us. The country's falling apart. The world is falling apart, for God's sakes. Anyways, y'all, if you like this, hit the like button. Subscribe if you're not already. It really helps me out. Encourages me to make more videos. I have a lot more coming, and trying to make them as quick as possible. But life is getting really busy and crazy, so, you know. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. Do you own one of these? The funny thing is, not only do they sell this for $10, but there are 4 or 5 different versions. Each one has a different picture on the cart, and they all have different games. Very interesting indeed. Normally I'm playing Pokemon ROM hacks on this channel, so I was pleasantly surprised to see a bunch of those on there. And now I have a great way to play all the Pokemon ROM hacks. I can load more on there. Pretty freaking sweet. So anyway, I'll catch y'all in the next episode. Peace out.
Childhood, we were all there together, and in denial would play like it was forever. And in the tall woods, we'd stay out of the weather like it was all good. Every day we made it for pleasure. We were saying whatever came to our minds, plain and simple like a tether ball reaching the sky.